Shabbat Daf Peh. The Gemara says, Dayo kedei lechtov shtei otiyot. How much ink do you have to carry to be hayav? Enough to write 2 letters. Tana we learned, shtei otiyot b'dio, v'shtei otiyot b'kulmus, v'shtei otiyot b'kalmarin. Meaning, how are you carrying the dio? Doesn't make a difference. They used to make the ink into a dry powder, mix it with water, and then they would, and then they would write with it. So even if you carry dry powdered ink, 2 otiyot worth, you'll be hayav. If you carry it, you mixed it with water. How are you going to carry it? Take it on your finger? No. So you mix it, they dip the pen in it, and now the ink is in the pen. I don't know if you ever noticed, but the fountain pens are loaded, they have a slit in it. That slit draws up the water, the ink, and the ink stays in the pen in there. So you could have 2 letters worth of ink in the pen. That's another place you could carry 2 letters like that. Or shtei otiyot b'kalmarin, that's something like an inkwell kanere that the sofer would use to write. Either way, you chayav. Bai Rava asks.
We don't say
Can't sit still though.
We don't say that he's only going to carry around 2 letters.
Clearly not. That's the Mishnah says the shiur is 2 letters. Bai Rava says otahat bekulmus, otahat bekalmarin mahu. If you have 1 letter in the pen, 1 letter in the inkwell, mahu, what's the law? Tiku. We don't know. Maybe the two letters of ink have to be in the same place. Tiku. It's a tiku. Amarava, hotzi shtei otiyot. If he carried 2 letters worth, v'ketavan, and he wrote it. Keshehu mehalech, as he's walking. So he's walking, holding a piece of paper, and he has his pen with 2 letters worth of ink. And as he's walking, he wrote 2 letters, aleph bet. So now there's no more letters in the pen, and the ink is still moving. So we know when it comes to hotzah, in order to be hayav, you have to pick it up, carry it, and put it down. He still didn't put it down. Rava says hayav. He's already hayav just when he wrote it, even though he's still walking. He's going to walk straight till after Shabbat. He's never going to stop. Why? Ketivatan zuhi hanahatan. Writing it, it's already, that's the hanaha. Why? Because that's where the letters are meant to go. At that point, it stops being ink, and it starts being letters. So that's a full hanaha. You see from here, once something goes in its place, it's munach. Look in Rashi. Rashi says, "Keshu mehalech shelo amad lafush." He didn't stop to rest. That the heva hanahat gufo hanaha, that his stopping his body should be hanaha. Filu hachi chayav. Even so, he's chayav. The ikar hanahat dio ala ktavu. The main putting down of ink is when you write it. So that's considered hanaha. Ve'amar Rava. Rava says another hidush. Hosi ot ahat. If he carried 1 letter, v'ketava, and he wrote it down. Ve'hazar ve'osi ot ahat. Then he carried another letter, v'ketava, and he wrote it. Patur. He's patur. Now you see that if he would have carried something else, in 2 shots, he'd be hayav.
Meaning?
Rava is saying if you carry the ink and you put it down, then you carry the ink and put it down, you wrote it, and you carry the ink and you put it and you wrote it again, you're patur. But if I would carry 2 half grogrot worth of food, right? Half a shiur and half a shiur, put them together, I'm hayav. Even though I took them out in 2 shots, in the end, I took out enough. It's not that you have to carry enough in 1 shot. I can carry it in 2 shots. But over here, there's a technical problem. What's the problem? My ta'ama be'idna de'afkala batraita haser le shiura de kamaita. When you took out the second one, the first one already wasn't here. It stopped being dio. It's already writing. Writing is not mitzaref with dio. Look in Rashi. Haser shiur. So they asked the question. If that's the case, if I carry 2 letters, well, I could be chayav. How are you chayav for writing the letters? Hare, when you wrote the first one, when you wrote the second one, the first one was already written.
Yeah, it's 1 letter at a time.
You can't write 2 letters at a time, right? So by the time you put down the second one, the first one is not there.
The general sort of writing is 2 letters.
Writing is not that. Writing, when I write 2 letters, I'm hayav. I'm not talking about the isur of writing. Talking to be isur about when we said, Rava said, if you carry 2 letters. and you ride them as you're walking, you're chayav for carrying. Of course, putting them down as anaha. But by the time you wrote the second letter, the first letter didn't exist. It was already written, so it's never mitzaref. First ink. Rashi says, chaser shi'ura dekamaita keshemit yashva. When it dried up, nechsar hashi'ur. The shi'ur is gone. Ulchi gamra hotza'ah. When he finishes the hotza'ah, teba'inan litzrufa. That you have to put it, you have to combine it. En kan shi'ur be'totiyot. You don't have two letters. So I think Rashi answered my question. You didn't notice it? Nobody noticed. Rashi's answer seems to be kishenit yashba. It's only considered that it's not there anymore when it dries.
Right, so ink doesn't dry that fast.
Right, so the first guy who wrote two letters, as he's writing the second letter, the first letter is still moist. So that's considered that he wrote it, that he did mitzaref. But when he goes back in to get the second letter and comes back out, it's already dry. When it's dry, it's not mitzaref.
So a pen would be different.
So a ballpoint pen is a problem.
Right.
You wouldn't be hayav for writing with a ballpoint pen because maybe hasr Allah, not hayav on the writing, not hayav on the hotza'ah if you write it when it's walking. But the gel pens, they do dry. You know that. Right, you write with a gel pen, you go like this, everything smudges, it's all over the place.
I never use it.
Oh yeah, because you smudge as you write.
Always.
Okay, in English, in Hebrew you can use it.
In Hebrew it's perfect.
Okay, so we say, he's a lefty also. So the Gemara says, Amar Rava, Hotzi grogeret, Hatzi grogeret. If he carries a half a grogeret, V'hin put it down. Ve'hazar, and then he went back in, so he half a shiur. Ve'hazar, he went back in. Ve'otzi hatzi grogeret ahat, and he carried another half a grogeret. Ve'hin and he put it down. Rishona, the first one, na'asa kemi shekatla kelev, kalta kelev, o shenisrefa patur. The first one is like it's not there anymore. That sounds like Rav is saying, you can't be hayaf for carrying in two shots. But that's not what he means. So, and why would he say na'asa kemi shekalta kelev? Says the Gemara, why? V'amai hamancha, it's right there. Hachi kamar. V'im kadam v'higbiya rishona kodem hanachat sheniya na'asa rishona kemi shenikleta o shenisrefa patur. Right. If you put it down, then you hayav. But if you picked up the second one before you put down the first one, so you what's it called is batel. Your hanacha is batel because now it's akur. In order to be hayav, they have to both be there down at the same time. If you would take out a chatzi grogeret and put it down, and then you come back and the dog already ate the first one, you'll also be patur. Same story. So picking it up is just as good as that. Amar Rava, hotzi chatzi grogeret. If he carried out a half a grogeret, v'hini put it down. V'hazar v'otzi hatzi grogeret. He took out another half, v'hevira derech aleha, and he carried it over it. Hayav, he's hayav. So that sounds like it doesn't make difference how high, right? He took out a hatzi grogeret, he put it down right in front of his house. Is he hayav for that? No, it's only a half. Now he goes back, he gets the other hatzi grogeret, and he carries it outside, and he walks with his hand like this over the other one. The Rav is saying, Yehayav. Yonah says, why? Veha halo nah. So the Gemara answers, no. Kegon shehe'avira toch shlosha. He carried and it passed within 3 from the ground. And what's within 3 from the ground? We say lavud. Right? You say lavud, so now it's like it's connected to the ground. Says Gemara. Veha amar Rava, didn't Rava say that doesn't work? Within 3 from the ground, even so. According to Rabbi Akiva, if you remember from the first perek, Rabbi Akiva says, "Kluta kemishahun hadamya." That if it's flying through the air, it's like it stopped. So he doesn't need hanachal gabe shlosha. Even anywhere under 10, he's hayab. But the Chachamim say even under 3, it needs a hanachal gabe mashu, has to rest on something. So koshken, if he's just carried, it shouldn't be considered that it's rested. Says Gemara, no, it's not true. Ki lo kasha. Kam bezorek, kam b'ma'avir. So zorek is worse than ma'avir. When you throw something, it's in the air. There's nothing for it to rest on. So even under 3, you'll still be patur, unless it landed on something. But b'ma'avir, it's in your hand. As you're carrying it in your hand, it's at the it's resting on something. Even though your hand is moving, since it's within 3 from the ground, it's like it's on the ground and it's hayav.
You say it's 3 from the ground or 3 from the object?
Oh, so then the Tosfot says, if that's the case, you should be hayav anywhere. As long as it's nearby. What does it have to be on top of it? We'll see in the next Gemara that in order to be hayav, it just has to be in the same reshut with no other reshut separating it. So what do you mean? It's not lav davka aleha. It just has to be in the same reshut. So why does Torah say aleha? So Tosfot says you're right. It doesn't need to be aleha. The reason why it says aleha is to tell you chidush like this. Let's say this is the first one, and I put it down. Now the second one, I go like this, on top of it. If this is 3, so I shouldn't be chayav, because I'm more than 3 from the ground, right? But this is not 3. The area from here to here is 2.5. So even though it's more than 3 from the ground, since it's less than 3 from the item, you still be chayav, because it's considered lavut to this item. Now the Gemara says, Tana Rabbanan, Hotzi Hatzi Grogeret, if he carried half a Grogeret. V'chazar, and he went back. V'hotzi Hatzi Grogeret, and he carried another half a Grogeret. V'he'ilem echad, in the same forgetfulness, Hayav is Chayav. V'shteh ha'alamot, in 2 forgetfulnesses, Patur is Patur. Rabbi Yossi Omer, Rabbi Yossi says, V'he'ilem echad, l'rshut echad, Hayav. L'shteh rishiyot Patur. So clearly, in order to be hayav, it has to be in the same forgetfulness, because if not, it doesn't combine. It's 2 separate averot. Truth is not even. Well, it depends who you hold like. This Tana argues we had before. Where would we have Rabban Gamliel, right? I think it was on.
It says on the top and here.
No, before that. After that.
Oh, it's not here.
Yeah. On Ayin Aleph Amud Aleph, the Gemara said, Kegon shahayta lo yudi'a b'intayim, v'Rabban Gamliel hi, de'amar, Rabban Gamliel de'amar, en yudi'a lahatzi shi'ur. Rabban Gamliel holds that finding out for half a shi'ur doesn't make a difference, because there's no hiyuv in between. This Tana argues on that. This Tana holds finding out even a half a shi'ur breaks it into 2. Right? Not like Rabban Gamliel that we had. So the Tana Kama says, if it was in 1 he'elem, you'll be chayav. If it's in 2 ha'alamot, if you remembered in between that it was Shabbat, and then you forgot and you carry that second one, each one stands on its own and it's patur. Then the Gemara says, the Rabbi Yossi says, no, you need 2 conditions. You need it to be be'elem echad, it has to be in the same forgetfulness, and you need that it should be in the same reshut. Now, how do you define the same reshut? Right? Reshut ahad chayav. Shte reshiyot patur. Am rabba vehu sheyesh hiyuv hatat benehem. In order to be patur, there has to be an area that's chayav hatat from your area. So if you took it from reshut yachid to reshut rabim, right? You took one there, and you took the other one to another reshut rabim. In order to be that it's considered 2 separate reshut, it has to be that between those 2 reshut rabims, there's a reshut yachid. So that if I carried from the reshut rabim with the first half a kazayit, grogeret is, and with the second one is to the place in between, it'll be hayav hatat. If not, if it's only in isud rabbanan, aval karmelit lo, because karmelit is only the rabbanan. Mitorai take a carry from one to the other, it's considered the same place. That's Rabbah Shita. So if you look, you see the picture over here in Rashi. The picture in Rashi, he took one piece from the bottom bayit into the reshut rabim right in front. Then he went and he took the second piece from the bayit on the top to the reshut rabim right in front. And in between there has to be a reshut yachid. So you can't get from the top of reshut yachid to the bottom of reshut yachid without going through reshut yachid. Sorry, from the top of reshut rabim to the bottom of reshut rabim without going through the middle of the reshut yachid, which will make you hayav. So that's why it's 2 separate places. Abaye says no. So afilu karmelit. Even a karmelit breaks it into two rishuyot. Once it has a shem of a different rishut, it's enough. It could be he's talking about a mekom petur. Aval pisla, but just a piece of wood that's not even a karmelit, no, that's not going to separate them. Maybe, I don't know how tall it is. There's a tosfot about it somewhere else. Ooh.
So it's a piece of wood that's not long and it's not that far, it's not that big across. If it's a mekom petur, then it's the right side or it says yachid.
Rava says, Tosfot says it's talking that the pisla is 9 tall and people are mechatef alav. So it's a reshut rabim. Still a reshut rabim. Even so, since it separates it into two, the gabi. What?
You can't go there, you can't go over that. It's a small area then.
You could climb over, min adin, right? If you have the pisla and the reshut rabim, so you could carry 2 amot here and 2 amot there. And I could go another 2 amot. It's not going to separate. But since legabe gitin, what's the case? Rava Amar, let's see the case. Rava says afilu pisla. Even if it's a wood that's between, that's still reshut rabim, it's still patur. Rava la ta'ameh, va'azda Rava la ta'ameh, ta'amar Rava reshut Shabbat reshut gitin damya. That the reshut of Shabbat are the same as the reshut of gitin. What does gitin have to do with anything? What's the case? So Rashi explains, reshut gitin dami, ulenyan gitin, pisla reshut lenafshe, it's a separate reshut. Keda'am ramba zorek, ha'o gavra, Tezara gita ledebitu. He threw a get to his wife behatzero in his courtyard. Now l'chaora in his courtyard she can't get divorced because it's staying in his reshut. It didn't land in the hand; it landed in his courtyard. Ve'in gadir gita v'nafal bepisla. The get moved and it wound up in the pisla. Ve'uki hatam she'esh'il makom behatzero. So why is the pisla a problem? If he lent to the courtyard, he lent to the courtyard. No, he lent a place in the courtyard so that the get should fall there. And it fell on the pisla. So we say that the pisla is considered a separate place. Had makom mushli inchi. When he says I'll lend you a place, he meant one place. The pisla is already a different place. That place he didn't lend to her. Yeah, if he would have asked him, he would have done it, but that's not what he did. So she's not megureshet. Same thing by Shabbat. Since the pisla is considered a separate place for gitin, it's considered a separate place for Shabbat. Gemara continues. Kehol. So the makeup, the eye makeup, enough to put eye makeup on one eye. Says Gemara, ayin ahat. Yeah. Ayin ahat, halo kahli. What you can do with eye makeup on one eye? There's no purpose. Says the Gemara, Amar Avuna sheken tzinuot kochlot ayin ahat. The tsanua ladies, they put kehol in one eye. What is being tsanua would being crazy, right? So Rashi says, tzinuot Shehol chod mi'utafot. They go wrapped up. Ve'en megalot. They're only uncovering one eye lirot. Ve'kochlot oto. So the one eye that they uncover, they need to put kehol on. The one that's covered, they don't need kehol on.
It's interesting that in the entire Bameh Isha, we don't find any piece that wraps around the eye.
Right. The re'ulot was close, but over there they left their eyes open. This lady, they cover one eye. So the guys were asking this afternoon, so if they're so tsanua, why don't they put makeup on? Maybe she looks ugly without makeup. It's not tsanua to wear makeup.
Husband, no?
Maybe she shouldn't look ugly in the street. But the Rabbeinu Prach, the Mefarshim quoted, I don't remember, maybe Rabbeinu Prach, yeah, who said no. Adraba, she puts kahol on the eye that's covered. The one that she leaves open, she doesn't put kahol on. It shouldn't look too hot. That's one. Then the Gemara says, "Vehatanya, didn't we meiti?" I'll ask you a question. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar omer kehol If you did it for medicine, because the chol makes your eye feel better, for one eye, because you put medicine, it's for one eye. If it's for makeup, it needs to be enough for two eyes. Tirgema Hillel bered Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani. Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani, son Hillel, answered it, Ki tanyahi be'iraniyot, with city people. So some say city people means they live in, Rashi says they live in a small town. And you don't need so much tzniut in a small town because people are not as loose. And it's not so bad, so they don't have to cover one eye. They leave both eyes open. And so then she needs makeup in two eyes. Rashi, Iraniyot, city people, Benot Kfarim, Enan Tzrichot Tzniut. They don't need tzniut kol kach. She'en tzechok v'kalut rosh matzui benehem sham. Ve'im ama mu'atim, there's a few people. Ve'ena enan mechasim penehem. They don't cover the face. V'koch lot bet enayim. And they put the chol in two eyes. Others say that they don't go out. The Iraniyot, she doesn't go out.
Don't we have shkei chumrah?
Wow.
These are two shkei, and they're both shkei, right? For medicine and for makeup, so we have to go with the chumrah. So it doesn't matter which one is which. We should be going with the chumrah of just one eye.
Good question.
I just want to say the kahol is not shkei for rifah.
Some kehol is ra'ui l'rfu'ah. It's medicated. Shi'uro kedei l'chol ayin ahat. Like you said, maybe shchichi and not shchichi. But if it's not medicated, and it's for what's it called, then you need two eyes. Why do you need two eyes? Because in this place, that's what they care. They don't put chol on one eye. Because it's a place where they leave two eyes open. Some say the Iraniyot one is just not as sanua. They were more modern. Okay. Sha'ava kidei liten al pi nekev katan. Tana kidei liten al pi nekev katan shel yain. Enough to put on a small hole of wine. Rashi says shel yain lema'oteh shemen v'dvash. She'ayayin zav derech nekev katan yoter mishemen v'dvash. So it's a smaller hole that you have to close. The wine hole was a smaller hole, but enough wax to seal the wine hole, so that's less. Zefed devek kedeli tem berosh shafshaf, enough to put on the top of a shafshaf. Tana, we learned kedeli tem berosh shafshaf sheberosh kaneh shel tzayadim. So Rashi learns if you want to catch birds. How do you catch birds? So you take a stick, so that the top will be tall, and you put a flat stick on top. And you put glue, a lot of glue on the top of the top stick. Then what happens? The bird comes. He thinks the top of the stick is safe, right? So he lands on the top stick, and then he's trapped because he's in the glue. You could go try it at home, right? Yeah. Now, he doesn't know what to do with the bird. He doesn't know what he's going to do. You did it what? You trapped the bird?
In camp.
What? With glue?
With the mouse trap. You put a mouse trap to catch the mouse.
And the bird got stuck?
The bird got stuck.
Oh, man. Well, if it's not stuck to the ground, they'll fly away with the mousetrap.
No, it didn't. It was a baby bird.
Ah, it was stuck
So
with
we
the
weren't sure if we were allowed to take it out on Shabbat or not. We left it and it got out itself.
Got out itself. Wasn't such a good glue trap. You need better glue traps with this.
Rain or something, I don't know.
Okay. So the Gemara says the Rambam has some other explanation for this. Where's the Rambam? The Rambam is, let me see. The Rambam says, דבק הוא דבר העשוי בידי אדם, כל הנוגע בו ידבק בו, ושבשבת הוא הגמי שבראשו הנותנים הדבק וקושרים אותו בקנה ומכניסים אותו בקנה העופות ומוציאים האפרוחים. It says if you want it, you have a birdhouse. You want to get the chicks out, you're not going to stick your hand in, they'll peck your head. So you take a stick with a little rubber thing on the top, you put glue on it, and you stick it in, you pull it out. You get stuck to it, you pull it out. Probably also all types of refuse in the birdhouse that you don't want to come in direct contact with. Okay. זפת וגופרית כדי לעשות פי כור של צופה זהב. Tana, we learned כדי לעשות נקב קטן, enough to make the small opening that they used to put the bellows in. Bellows is the item like this that they use to blow air into a fire, because a fire needs air. So they don't want any other heat to come out. So they make just a little hole where the tip goes in, and this way they could blow the fire in there. Harsit kedei la'asot pi kur. Harsit is crushed clay enough to make the opening of the kur. Lememra the shiurah Rabbi Yehuda nafish. Tell me Rabbi Yehuda's shiur is more. Hakaimalan, don't we know shiurah Rabbanan nafish? The shiur of the Chachamim is motetnan. Rabbi Yehuda omer kedei litol lemenu midat min al lekatan. But when it came to gemi, Rabbi Yehuda was more mahmir. He says it's enough gemi just to take the size of a kid's foot. It's much smaller than enough to make a handle, or make the hanging thing. Ema kedei lasud pitput kira ketana. Rashi says if the pitput of the kira has a crack in it, so you'll sad it to fill in the cracks, and that's less. Rabbeinu Hanan les gores kedei laasot pitput kira ketana. You're not making the leg of a full-size oven. The full-size oven leg is big. You're making the leg of a miniature oven. The mini oven leg is smaller than the pikur. What? Mechila, I made a mistake. The zefet and the gofrit is not nekev katan of the kur. The zefet and gofrit is enough to make the nekev of the jug that they held the mercury in.
You said it here.
Yeah, it's just quoting the Mishnah, nekev katan. And the charsit is enough to make the hole that they put the bellows in it. And then Rabbi Yehuda says enough to make the foot. So Gemara understands that the foot is big. He says, yeah, but this is a foot of a small kira according to Rabbi Hananel. Subin kedeli ten. What's this vav? They take it out. Rashal Mochek said. Tzubin kedeli ten al pikur shel tzofei zav. It was part of the Mishnah. Tana Rabbanan, we learned. Hamotzi se'ar. If you carry hair. Is that how they translate it by you? Zuki. Hair, right?
Yeah, out here.
Hair. If he carries hair. Kedele gabel bo tatit. To mix it in with the mortar. Mortar is like a mud mixture that they use to glue things together, clay. Makes it stronger. How much teat? Teat la'asot pi kur shel tzofei zav. Enough to make the top of a kur of the furnace that they smelt golden. Seed kedei lasud. Seed is either plaster or lime. Enough to put on the girls to take off the hair. They used to use seed to take off the hair. So he says, Tana, we learned kedei lasud etzba ketana shebebanot. Enough to take the hair off, to burn the hair off of the small finger of a girl. Amar Rav Yehuda. Rav Yehuda says, Amarav, Benot Israel shehegiu lepirkan. Jewish girls that they already reached the age where they're getting shtei se'arot, ve'lo hegiu leshanim, but they're not old enough to be there, so they're embarrassed that they matured earlier, so they want to take it off so people don't notice. So they were, instead of waxing, they would use this item. They would use this depilatory powder, the seed, not a powder but a liquid. Aniyim, benot aniyim, the poor girls, toflot otam beseed. They would take it off with seed, which is cheap. Benot ashirim, the wealthy girls, toflot oto besolet. They would use smeed to take it off. I know exactly how, probably like a wax. Benot melachim, the wealthy girls, Toflo totam b'shemen amor. They would smear shemen amor on it, and that would take it off. Shnei emar, like it says, shisha chodashim b'shemen amor. Tosfot says that they were doing it not like Rashi. Tosfot seems to say they were doing it to get ready for, they should start looking good for marriage, like the Gemara is mashma later. All of them. My shemin amor. What shemin amor? Rav Huna bar Hiya amar satechet. Rav Huna bar Hiya says it's called satechet. Some shemin mevusam that they had. Rabbi Yirmiyah bar Abba amar shemin zayit shelo hevi shlish. It's olive oil of olives that weren't a third ripened. Right, so the olives weren't a third ripened, so they're very, very strong, very acidic, and they used to smear it on them, and it would get the hair off. Tanya Rabbi Yehuda Omer Ampiknon. That's what's called. That's the name of shemen zayit shelo hevi shlish. That's the name of shemen zayit from olives that weren't a third ripened. V'lama sachinota. What do they smear for? Shemeshiret hase'ar. It does two things at the same time. It takes off the hair. Ume'adena basar, and it makes the flesh soft. Rav Bibi, Havale Barta, he had a daughter. Tafla, ever. So he put the seed on every ever at a time, one at a time. V'shakal ba dal me'azuz. It had such a good effect, it made it so beautiful that he got 400 zuz for her. Hava hahi nochri b'shivivuteh. He had a goy in his neighborhood. Haviale Barta, he also had a girl. He figured, I'll do what Rav Bibi did. I'll make a lot of money on her. But he didn't have patience to do it one eved at a time. Tafla behadzimna. He smeared her all in one shot. Umeta, she died. Amar, he said, Katal Rav Bibi or Bibi lebarti. Rav Bibi killed my son, killed my daughter. He did it, and it worked for him, not for me. Amar Rav Nachman, Rav Bibi dishata shechra. Rav Bibi drinks beer. Ba'ayam bante tefillah. His daughters need this cleaning process. Anan de la shatina shechra. We don't drink beer. Lo ba'ayam bantan tefillah. Our daughters don't need it. And Rashi says, what does beer do? Rashi says, hashechar mashhir, it makes them darker. Umarbe se'ar, and it makes them have more hair. What? Increase. Okay. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, kedei lasud kilkul. In order to put the seed, to put this stuff on a kilkul. My kilkul, what's a kilkul? Umay indifi, and what's an indifi? Because Rabbi Nehemiah then argues and he says, no, enough to put seed on an indifi. Amar Rav says, tzid'ah ubat tzid'ah. The indifi is the tzid'ah, is the temple over here. Ubat tzid'ah is the hair under the temple, so she wants to get it off, so she uses the seed for that. Remember, are you telling me the shi'urah der Rabbi Yehuda nafish? The Rabbi Yehuda is more mahmir, his shi'ur is bigger. Ha kaimalan, don't we know shi'urah der Rabbanan nafish? That the rabbis are more mahmir, like we saw by the gemi for the shoe. So we say, Amar, so the Gemara says, no, Zuta midrabanan. This tzida is less than the Chachamim shiur about the etzba ketana. V'nafish mi Rabbi Nehemiah. But it's more than Rabbi Nehemiah shiur. Meiti, I'll ask you a question. Amar Rabbi, nir'in divrei Rabbi Yehuda behabut. V'divrei Rabbi Nehemiah bebetzat hasid. Says there's two types of seed. The seed that you water down and it's very watery, that's called habut. And you have bitzat seed, is when they make the seed into a ball, and it's thick. So he says Rabbi Yehuda works with the liquid seed, and Rabbi Nehemiah makes more sense with this thick seed. If you're telling me he's talking about the temple and the sideburn, one on top and one under, Aidi v'idi, they both use habut. They both use the thin type of stuff. Ela Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Rabbi Yitzchak says, Amri Deber Rabbi Ami. Indifi is a andifa, which Rashi says is a kli cheres. Andifa, kli cheres velo shne dadin. It has two spouts, echad lemata ve'echad lemala ve'echad lemata. One on the top and one on the bottom. Uchshirotze lemaloto, when you want to finish, fill it. So all the stuff is going to come out. Sotem et hadad hatachton. He closes the bottom spout. Velashon andifi shte piyot. It's like difi. Kedetanya ma'alim b'dyofi u'betosefta garas be'indifi. Right, dio is dual, p mouths. Oh, andifi, same thing. Amporet. So the Gemara says, yeah, so that's why he's putting the thick seed in the bottom. Matkif la Rav Kahana v'chi adam oseh ma'otav amporet. Is a person going to waste his money? If he puts seed in the bottom of the thing and he puts his wine in it, eventually the wine is gonna wear out the seed, and the wine is all gonna leak out. It's gonna be a waste of money. So that's not what the Mishnah is talking about. That's definitely not what people put the stuff away for. Ela Amar of Kana Shenatot. He says the Simanim and Kli Cheres. Maybe that's going on the kalkol. Is Shenatot. Right, the kalkol is Shenatot is this item that they use to make they make markings on it. Right, if you have a measuring cup, so you have markings inside, and that tells you how far up it is. So they put seed on it in order to make it look to make it stick out, so you could see it. Ked Shenatot. Kedetnan, like we have a Mishnah. Shenatot hayu behin. Inside the hin, they had markings. Ad kan lepar, this much for a par. That's how much wine you need as the nisachim of a par. Ad kan la'ayil. This is how much wine you need for the nisachim of an ayil. Ad kan la'kevish. This is how much you need for the nisachim of a kevish. So you see that shenatot is inside, and you have to seed them so they'll be visible. If you want, I'll give you another answer. You know what indifi is? Indifa, aputa. It's a forehead. V'chihad ahu bar galil. So you're going to wax the forehead, you do that with the thin one, and the other thing you do with the thick one. V'chihad ahu bar galil. There was a Galilean, the Ikla leBavel. He came to Bavel. The Amrile, they told him, Kum derosh lanu b'ma'aseh merkava. Go be doresh in ma'aseh merkava for us. Amar lehu, he told them, idrosh lechu kedederash Rabbi Nehemiah lehavre, sherabi doresh. Like Rabbi Nehemiah told his friend, v'nafak ar'ita min kotel, and a tzir'a, a wasp, came from the wall, umachte be'indifi, hit him on his forehead, umet. Ve'amru, they said, min dileh, havale, dale. From his own thing, this came to him. Miyado haytazot. Lo, it happened to him. Shelo hayalo lidrosh b'merkava. He shouldn't have taught ma'aseh merkava. So a third shot is andifi, is the forehead, and kalkal maybe is the side, is something else, and that's why they use different types of the chavra. They use different types of seed for each one. Adama, Mishnah goes. Adama, how much adama do you have to carry? Kechotem amar tzufot, like the seal of the bags. Rashi says, when I send you something, I put it in a bag and I seal it so that I know nobody took from it. So they make a seal. Kechotam, Rabbi, where is it? Divrei Rabbi Akiva. The Chachamim say kechotam ha'igrot, like the seal of igrot of a leather. Rashi says shechotmim otam shelo yikarev ish shelo yikra ish b'hem, so no one else reads it. Ela mi shenishtalchu lo v'shi'ura, that shi'ura d'Rabanan zutar. This second shi'ur of a leather is smaller than the seal that they put on the packages. Zevel v'holadak. Zevel is manure. Holadak is fine sand. It was good for the plants. Kedel Isabel kelach shel keruv, enough to fertilize one stalk of cabbage. דברי רבי עקיבא, חכמים אומרים כדי לזבל קרישה. Different types of plant. Rashi says that's smaller than the kruv. Chol hagas, thick sand. כדי ליתן על מלוא כף seed. To put in a kaf. I don't know if it's a kaf. Troyal belaz. Kaf shel sayadin, which is a certain size. I don't know, it's a bucket or something that they used for the, to hold the seed in. Yeah, what have they explained the kaf shel sayadin? Amalor kaf seed, or the Gemara is going to we'll wait when we get there. Kaneh, a bamboo, kedei la'asot kulmus, enough to make a pen from it. Ve'maya aveh, if it was too thick for a pen, or merusa, so it was cracked, kedei levashel bo, enough to cook with it, because that's what if it's cracked, you're not going to use it for a pen, you're going to use it for wood. Kedei levashel bo betzah kala shebebetzim, the lightest of the eggs. Terufa, when it's scrambled, ve'netuna be'ilfas, and put in the pan. Says the Gemara, it's not a lot. Al melo kaf seed, enough to.
Just say it's volume wise. Why isn't the volume just if it's all volume or weight? Why don't we say that it transfers over whether it's for a pen, if it's.
You can't use it anymore for a pen. Al melo kaf seed, Tana we learned, kedeli ten al pi kaf shel sayadin, to put it on the opening of the kaf shel sayadin. How do you have that translated? Trowel. Okay. I guess that's how much. Sometimes they put it on like a flat thing, and then they use a little bit at a time. So I guess they mix the sand in on top of that. Man tana dechol ma'ali lilisid. Why is the guy putting sand in his plaster? Man tana dechol ma'ali lilisid. Amar Rav Hizda, Rabbi Yudai, it's Rabbi Yudai. The Tanya we learned lo yasud adam et beto besid. You're not allowed to plaster your house. Rashi, la'achar hurban, after the hurban, you can't use plain seed. Mishum avelut shel Yerushalayim. Aval, but ela im ken irev bo teven, unless you mix straw in it, or hol, or sand, which makes it not as fancy. Rabbi Yehuda says, teven mutar, you're allowed to mix straw in, but hol asu, you're not allowed to mix sand in. Mepeneshu trak seed. Because that becomes trak seed, Rashi seed hazak. It's a strong seed, and it's stronger than if you didn't mix it in. So you're improving the seed. The Rabbi Yehuda clearly holds that improving the seed is asur, and therefore if I mix sand into the seed, it makes it better. Whereas the Chachamim think it gets worse. The Chachamim think it makes worse. You're not going to say that's the tikkun. Who would put it in? Rava says no, it's not a proof that it goes like Rabbi Yehuda. Filu temer Rabbanan that normally hold that mixing sand ruins the seed. Kilkulo zeu tikuno. In this case, when you ruin it, it makes it better because now I'm allowed to use it. It's like before I couldn't use it. So even though it was better, I couldn't use it. Kaneh kedei la'asot kulmus, a bamboo in order to make a pen. Tana we learned kulmus hamagir lekeshtetz beotav. The length of the pen is from his tip of his finger to his knuckles. Bayit of Ashi, kesher elyon or kesher atachton, the top knuckle or the middle or the bottom knuckle, meaning here or here. Tiku, we don't know the answer. Ve'maita ava, if it was too thick, or if it was smashed enough to heat the egg. Tana, we learned terufa b'shemen, it's mixed in with oil. Ve'netuna be'ilfas, and you put it in the pan. That's what terufa means, mixed with oil. Probably bakes faster like that. Amar le mor bered Ravina lebre. Mor bered Ravina told the son, Mishmiya lecha, did you hear Petza kala mahi? What type of egg it is? Amar le. So he told them be'atad de tziltzila. It's a tziltzila egg. Rashi says of katan. It's a small bird. Mai ta'ama. What do you think so? Mishum de zutra, because it's a small bird and a small egg. Ema de tzpirta. Maybe it's of this other bird that's even smaller. Ishtik, he didn't say anything. Amar Lei said, Midi Shmiel Chabad, did you hear anything? Amar Lei said, Hachi Amar Rav Sheshat. Rav Sheshat said it's betzat tarnegolet. It's chicken eggs. Why is chicken eggs called the lightest egg? Right? Va'amai karu le betzakala. Why do they call it the lightest egg? Shi'aru chachamim, the chachamim estimated, en lecha betzah kala levashel yoter me betzah tanegolet. The chachamim estimated that the chicken eggs cook the fastest. That's why it's called betzah kala. It's kala let bashel. Says the Gemara, Umay shna kol shiurei Shabbat kigrogeret. V'hacha kebetzah. How come all the time the amount of food that's hashuv on Shabbat is always a grogeret? Over here, you're telling me that the shiur is a whole egg. It's much more. Why? So he told him, Amar le hachi, Amar Rav Nachman. Rav Nachman said, you're right. Kigrogeret mi betzah kala. The shiur of the bamboo to carry is enough to cook a grogeret of a betzah kala. Not the whole egg. A grogeret of the lightest egg to cook. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.